We welcome you into Fairfield High School, home of the Lions, who are set to host the North Adams Green Devils, one and only meeting between these two teams this season. Dewey Daly and John Bruce along with you. Glad to have you with us. Friday night Shaction, our first one of the year. Should be a fun way to wrap up the week.
Yeah, it's our first chance to really get a good glance of what Shaction's all about, and we get the two best teams in the Southern Hills Athletic Conference here tonight. Both teams very likely to win their divisions. I think Fairfield pretty much has theirs locked down, but Eastern Brown is also a very solid team in the North Adams side. So a loss for North Adams here tonight would give Eastern Brown a little bit of hope to be able to win that, as they do still play. I believe that is on Tuesday is when they'll be playing their scheduled makeup that was supposed to be last week. But going to have outstanding point guard play in this game. Branson Kopus, who's going to go on to play at Rio Grande. All-Ohioan last year as a junior, took the Green Devils to the state tournament. He averages 20.3 points a game. He's got a bunch of teammates that can really shoot the three ball. They're a fun team to watch. They like to get up and down. But are they going to be able to get up and down as much as they want to? Because Fairfield's Larkin Friend has been unreal this year. 14.7 points, 10.3 rebounds a game, 8.3 assists a game, 2.4 steals, 1.4 blocks a game. He's had 3 triple-doubles on the season. He just missed his 4th triple-double last week in a game because he didn't score enough points, which is something I think is pretty rare in this day and age. He's had a season high of 25 points, a season high of 20 points, and also a high of 14 assists in a game this year. So this is going to be a really good point guard matchup between two of the elite point guards in the Southeast District.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time in the fall talking about the Fairfield-Peebles switch. Fairfield down to the Shack 2, Peebles up to the Shack 1. In past years, this would have been a matchup we got to see twice in one season. Unfortunately for us this year, only going to get one glimpse at it, and it's for this Friday night. For North Adams, 10-3, 7-0 in the Shack 1. A 44-37 win against Fayetteville Perry in their last one. Maybe a little bit closer than you may have expected. Kopus only held to 5 points. Yeah,
Fayetteville did everything they could to try to take him away. And really, as the point guard, he's the straw that stirs the drink. Almost got it all the way. What he gets them going. Once he gets going, that makes it to where the shooters on the outside are a little bit more open, and that's when their points really start to explode. That was really their first close game they've had in this 8-game winning streak, as they've been pretty dominant overall in that time. But on the outside for North Adams, you have Reeson Schweikert, made 19 threes on the year. Jace Rothwell he's only made 4 threes on the year, but 10.6 points a game. He does it a little bit of everything for them. Carson Osborne has made 14 threes. Connor Young has made 16, and Connor Rogers has made 16. Rogers and Young shooting over 50% from three-point range on the year, and Rogers is at 46%. So two really good shooters that come off the bench for the Green Devils. And if those two get hot, that's when they are a scary, scary matchup.
And for Fairfield, what a run the Lions have been on, not only to start this season, but stemming back to a season ago and even the end of the regular season the year prior. Is out to a 16-0 start, 9-0 in the Shack 2 under head coach Quentin Williams, the reigning Shack Coach of the Year. 39 consecutive regular season wins for the Lions, 4 consecutive wins over North Adams.
Yeah, Coach Quentin Williams, 29 years old, has done pretty much, outside of maybe winning the state championship, about as much as you could hope for in your first 2 years as a head coach. Only losing 1 game in that time, which was a district championship game last year, which is something that they're trying to build on and get there and get a step further. But Fairfield is not just Larkin Friend, as they've got Trey House, 11.9 points a game. Logan McIntosh, a junior, is very good. Can do it inside out, 10.9 points a game. Gabe Fouch, who hit 3 big free throws with less than 10 seconds left to force overtime against Eastern Brown last Tuesday. You can read about it on the SOSA website presented by OhioHealth. Gabe Fouch, 9.6 points a game. Cade Miller is actually their best three-point shooter at 45.7%. He's averaging 6.2 points a game. They only have a couple players that come off the bench, but they provide big minutes for them, and that should give us, a very fun matchup here tonight.
Last regular season loss for Fairfield back on February 11th of 2022, a 48-32 loss at Eastern Brown. almost had a do-over on that Tuesday
Yes.
night last week.
Yeah, it was a fantastic performance by them. Trey House hits a 3, sparks them up from a 9-point deficit with a minute left, force overtime, and they end up winning to extend this win streak.
Both teams undefeated in shack play will now pause for the national anthem.
Fairfield High School welcomes you to the contest between North Adams and your Fairfield Lions. To honor America, please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem.
Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Richer. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. One very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
National anthem through, starters getting ready to be introduced. Big matchup in the shack here tonight.
Now, we have talked all year on SOSA Overtime presented by McDonald's about how much we love the Jeep mascot. The Fairfield Lion.
It's Division 4, man.
Like, the Fairfield Lion not only has a beard that, you know.
Goatee.
Yeah, it's got a nice goatee. But it just sang the national anthem. It was in the choir.
The circle.
Yeah, in the choir singing the national anthem. So the Jeep has to one-up it now to, you know, take it to another level.
Starters look to remain the same for the Green Devils. Number 2, Jace Rothwell. Number 3, Cody Hessler. Number 10, Branson Kopus. Number 14, Carson Osborne. And number 23, Breeston Schweikert. For the Lions, number 1, Larkin Friend. Number 3, Trey House. Number 11, Logan McIntosh. Number 14, Gabe Fouch. And number 31, Cade Miller.
Yeah, it should be a really fun matchup for us here tonight. It seems like both teams are healthy. And, you know, that's all you can ask for at this point of the season is to have the best players for each team on the court, you know, for the biggest games of the year. And like we said, even though it seems like that the winner of this, or that both teams are going to win their divisions in the shack, this is still a big-time matchup because you want to have that bragging rights that you're the ultimate champion in the shack of beating everybody, which is one of my favorite things about this league is that you have that opportunity. You play everybody on the crossover at least once, and that's why you get your 13 games. And it's a pretty unique league for that in our area.
I want to take a moment to say a big thank you to Jimmy Barnett, the athletic director here at Fairfield, as well as the rest of the athletic department for making our appearance tonight possible.
Yeah, we have a really good setup. It was very easy to get in here, and we really appreciate that.
McIntosh and Schweikert at midcourt for the tip-off. We are underway. Friday night action. North Adams and Fairfield, last two undefeated teams inside the Shack. Pass on the left elbow, McIntosh. Give and go with Friend, spinning up with the right hand, won't go. Offensive rebound for Friend. Putback is no good. Ball out of bounds to the baseline. Lions basketball.
Yeah, Friend got hit a little bit on that second one. Was able to keep it alive. And that's one of the things he does. He keeps after plays, makes plays that other players aren't able to make ultimately.
Friend inbounding baseline, top of the key with Cade Miller. Now right back to Friend.
You're going to see Cody Hessler probably going to be on Friend most of the night. One of the better defenders in the Shack.
House feeding down to Miller. One dribble inside. Reverse layup won't go. Rebound corralled by Carson Osborne. First possession now for the Green Devils.
Yeah, almost a second offensive rebound for the Lions. That's one of the things that North Adams really has to do as a team is rebound at a high level.
Kopus now driving, Euro step with the right hand, won't go. Kopus draws the foul, 2 shots now for the senior.
And that's, you teach verticality, and I thought Friend was pretty vertical there, but Kopus will get a chance to get to the line early, and then that's one very early foul on Lurkin Friend.
First shot for Kopus is good. Kopus recently becoming the all-time leading scorer in North Adams boys basketball history, passing his dad and now head coach Nathan Kopus.
Yeah, quick 2-0 lead here in the first minute for the Green Devils. Now coming out in a little three-quarters court pressure.
McIntosh across half, now top of the key with Friend. Entry pass right side to House. Tipped out of bounds by Carson Osborne. Lions basketball.
Yeah, now House has got to get the shoe back on. Let's see what Fairfield goes with in their out-of-bounds place here. It looked like they had a decent look for Gabe Fouch on the last one, but Friend held off from. It was kind of a high-risk pass, but we'll see if they look for something similar here.
6:50 to go in quarter number 1. 2-0 North Adams. Baseline out of bounds play now for the Lions. Friend inbounding, running out of time, trying to get it into McIntosh. It's tipped out of bounds by Jace Rothwell. It'll stay here with Fairfield.
Yeah, good hands there by Rothwell. Could not completely gather it, but good job deflecting it away. And now it's going to be taken out at an awkward spot on the sideline.
Friend now inbounding near side. Running out of time, gets it into Miller, who draws the foul on Carson Osborne.
Going to be the first of the game for the Green Devils. 2 early fouls, only a minute 14 into the game, with a foul each for each team.
Friend once again inbounding near side for the Lions, into McIntosh, right back to Friend. Friend loses the handle, able to regain control. Outlet pass to Cade Miller, now back to Friend once again. Friend driving right side, up with the right hand. First points tonight for Fairfield.
Yeah, and Friend's good enough that if you really get all over him, he's going to be able to beat you off the dribble and finish at the rim like he did right there.
Schweikert now driving, hands it off to Rothwell. underneath, scoop layup with the left hand, too strong off the glass, offensive rebound and put back for Cody Hessler.
And that is huge from Cody Hessler, as he does not score very often, only 3.4 points a game. But if he can provide them with some points to go along with his defense, it's going to make this Green Devils team even tougher to beat.
Pass from McIntosh, tipped out of bounds by Hessler. Friend now inbounding in front of the Green Devils bench. Right side, Miller. Driving baseline, looking out for Friend. Tipped out of bounds by Osborne.
Just a ton of deflections so far for this Green Devil defense. Really jumping out in the passing lanes. At some point, they're going to be able to turn those into steals.
Friend quickly inbounding. House, top of the key three, blocked by Osborne. Offensive rebound for Miller. Now underneath Friend. Cut off by Rothwell, backs it out to Trey House. Right wing now with Fouch, top of the key, McIntosh. House, back to McIntosh, left corner, trying to drive baseline, spinning, pass is intercepted by Carson Osborne. Osborne up the near sideline now for the Green Devils, backs it out to Kopis.
Very good defense there by Kopis to not let McIntosh get that turn, and that ends up getting the steal for Osborne.
Top of the key three for Kopis, won't go. Defensive rebound for Friend, quickly taken away by Rothwell. Easy bucket the other way.
Yeah, Friend with a quick turnover. It's going to be an easy one for Rothwell, as you said. Quick 6-2 lead here for the Green Devils.
Rothwell tipping it away, back-to-back steals for the junior. 2 points the other way for Rothwell. 8-2 lead for the Green Devils. Timeout Fairfield.
Biggest thing here for Fairfield, they got to get somebody as a reverse pass, because right now floating that pass up for Larkin Friend is not going to work because of the length and speed that this North Adams team has. And that's what's led them to this quick 8-2 lead. 3 turnovers already for Fairfield. They missed a couple layups in the first possession, and now 3 turnovers already, and that's what put them down 8-2 early.
Eight to 2 lead for the Green Devils. First timeout used by Coach Williams. Fairfield basketball. Full court pressure from the Green Devils. Friend up the near side. Cross court pass to Miller is out of bounds. Suffocating defense from the Green Devils out of the gate.
Yeah, and right now they tried to get a guy in the middle, but then they took off. So not having that middleman as a place to pass and use is really killing Fairfield so far in this game.
Connor Young into the game for the Green Devils. In for Carson Osborne. Kopis driving left side, passes out, Young for 3, won't go. Rebound goes to Trey House.
Yeah, Young now down to 50% from 3 on the year, so I think Coach Kopis will be okay with any shot he's going to take from the outside.
6-0 run by the Green Devils after Friend tied it at 2.
Good closeouts all around for North Adams.
Fouch stripped by Rothwell, his 3rd steal of the first quarter. Rothwell the other way for 2.
Huge start for Jace Rothwell, coming in averaging 10.6 points a game, already with 6 and 3 steals.
Skip pass over to Miller, right corner now with Fouch. Fairfield looking to find some offense halfway through the first.
They haven't looked very comfortable on the offensive end yet.
Spin move by Friend, who drives baseline, cut off by Rothwell. McIntosh now driving, spinning shot with the right hand, won't go. Rebound, Schweikert now up the far side. Schweikert left side three, yes!
Big time shot in transition. Good find by Cody Hessler. 13-2 already for North Adams.
Kick ball from Rothwell. It'll stay here with Fairfield. Carson Osborne back in for Cody Hessler.
But this is a Fairfield team that believes in each other greatly, so any positivity that they can get going will be a big step for them to get themselves back into this game.
39 straight regular season wins for the Lions, down 13-2 early in the first. A steal for Connor Young, now Kopus the other way, hands it off to Rothwell, over to Schweikert, same spot this time, can't connect. Foul underneath on Logan McIntosh.
Just on the box out. Will stay Green Devils ball. Let's see if they can get a good play here, get a good look.
Rothwell, driving baseline, cut off, trying to get it out to Schweikert, called for the double dribble prior. I believe the first turnover of the night for North Adams.
It is. And that one was probably deflected, but call goes. That one goes towards Fairfield, who has 6 turnovers already. So let's see if they can turn that turnover into points. But the big thing is that's a dead ball turnover, so it doesn't lead to an easy basket on the other end.
John Ray Lario into the game for the Lions.
Lario was really big in that game against Eastern Brown. Doesn't do a lot of scoring, but as a senior that is very heady with the ball, can make really winning plays.
Fouch over to Friend. Now Trey House off the screen, right back to Friend. Baseline drive, spinning, Friend up for the tough shot, gets it to go, and the foul.
Nice job there by Friend, just taking his time, getting to his spot, and then when he gets to his spot, is able to finish through contact.
All 4 Fairfield Lions points off the hands of Larkin Friend, looking to make it 5 here with 1:49 to go in the first.
And even though he's their leading scorer, is not necessarily what they want, because they want him to be able to get his points later in the game. But if he's got to get them early, he will. Good start for Friend on the point side.
13-5 North Adams. Connor Young left side. Guarded by Friend, passes out to Osborne. Osborne penetrates out to Rothwell, pump fakes the 3, penetrates. Dump underneath the Schweikert, off the glass for 2.
Rothwell playing really well so far. Nice job hesitating, getting to the lane, not forcing the shot up.
Pass up the floor to Trey Houses. Tipped out of bounds by Schweikert. It will stay Fairfield basketball.
Yeah, Schweikert just barely touches the sideline. Great hustle there by the junior. He's got 5 quick points. And really, he's their big-time energy guy. So if he can do little plays like that and get them going, they're going to be feeling really good about themselves. Obviously, with a 10-point lead early, you're going to feel good. But that just boosts them up just a little bit more.
Logan McIntosh, a late sub for the Lions and for Cade Miller. Inbound to Lario, now back to Friend. Top of the key, guarded by Hessler. Skip pass over to Lario, right side.
It's good switching, everything by North Adams, but I can see some things that Fairfield can do. Either denying or slipping those screens on the ball screens, but we'll see when they go to it at in their offensive sets.
38 seconds to go in the first. 15-5 Green Devils. Left side with Lario. 1 too many steps for the senior. Called for the travel.
7 turnovers now for Fairfield, and that's very One of the things I was looking at today was just they don't turn the ball over. But they had so far tonight, that's put them at this 10-point deficit already.
Cade Miller back in for the Lions. In for Lario. 20 ticks left in the first for North Adams. Up by 10. Right side, Schweikert penetrates. Up with the right hand, blocked by Friend. Rebound, McIntosh taken right back by Schweikert. Ball is loose on the floor, and we'll have our first jump ball tonight with 5.1 seconds to go in the quarter.
A good job by Schweikert staying with that to keep the possession for his team.
Kopus now inbounding baseline into Rothwell. 4 to shoot. Now 3, deep 3 for Osborne. Can't get it to go. Rebound Friend, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 8 minutes in, a 15-5 lead for the Green Devils. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at GlocknerCDJR@Portsmouth.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at OhioHealth left cancer in the dust.
Eight minutes in, a 15-5 lead for the Green Devils. Suffocating defense has turned into offense thus far for North Adams.
Yeah, Fairfield has only gotten 5 shots off, 7 turnovers in that first quarter. They were 2 for 5 from the field, and they got 3 off on their first possession. So just a suffocating defense by North Adams made it to where they've got this nice 10-point lead. But for Fairfield, let's see what they can do to chip away.
First possession of the quarter goes with the Lions. Fouch brings it back to the top of the key, hands it off to Miller. Now with House. House, feet underneath to Miller, 1 dribble up with the left hand. 2-0 run now in the second quarter for Fairfield.
Yeah, good patience there. Nice find by House, good finish by Cade Miller on the inside.
Rothwell backs it out now, top of the key with Schweikert. 1 of 2 from beyond the arc for Schweikert. Kopus now, feet underneath. Schweikert, pump fake, caught behind the basket. Foul will be on the floor on McIntosh.
One of the things that, and I didn't get to say it in that first quarter, North Adams only 1 of 5 from 3. But when we watched them against Minford, they were chucking it the whole time. So when they're going inside, that's going to open those shots up outside. And I like that start so far for Coach Kopus' group.
Skip pass over to Osborne for 3. Catches the front iron, won't go. Rebound McIntosh. Friend brings it up the far side. Pass over to Miller now into the corner now with Fouch. (15-7), a minute into the second. Baseline drive, offensive foul called on Logan McIntosh.
That's his second, which is going to get Lario back into this contest. And normally I think you would see, I think normally you would see Chase Newman in this game, but where North Adams is so guard oriented, that's going to make it to where he's going to have a hard time getting minutes into this one.
Far sideline, ball is loose. Cade Miller with the steal for Fairfield. On the break, Friend, top of the key. Miller steps inside for the 15-footer. Off the back iron, won't go. Friend fighting for the rebound. Schweikert throwing it off of Friend and out of bounds.
Good hustle there. 2 players just playing really hard, going after the ball. But Schweikert making one more play there after Friend's down on the court.
Kopis steps back, passes out of the shot to Connor Young underneath for two.
So Kopis is just so quick. Even when he gets himself into a tough position, he's able to find his teammates. Good finish by Young inside.
Green Devils back up by 10, 2 minutes into the quarter. Right side with Fouch now, top of the key, Cade Miller. Lario left side, off the screen, Lario backs it out.
The big thing here is how well North Adams has communicated this, as this gym's still decently loud.
Schweiker gambles, top of the key three for Miller. Can't connect. Larkin Friend fighting for the rebound.
That's a foul.
Can't get it out of bounds on Fairfield.
And he gets thrown down. That's a foul. But goes towards the Green Adams, or the Green Adams, the Green Devils. Beneficial for them.
Green Devils take over up by 10, 5:20 to go in the first half. Hessler hands it off to Kopis. Kopis driving baseline, passes it out to Osborne. Osborne now driving, kicks it to Rothwell. Travel called on Osborne.
Yeah, just running into the body, drug the back foot a little bit, gets the call.
First half thus far, it's been a pass and kick offense for North Adams.
Yeah, it's been really effective so far.
Should say a drive and kick offense.
Yeah.
Lario gets it across half. Left side, Friend for three. Yes!
Big shot for Larkin Friend. Good find by Cade Miller. Make that extra pass, cuts it back down to 7.
Connor Young heads to the scores table for North Adams. Kopis driving, kicks it out. Schweikert for three, won't go. Friend brings down the defensive rebound.
Fourth rebound of the game so far for Friend to go with his 8 points.
Far sideline, ball is deflected out of bounds by Breeston Schweikert. It'll stay here with Fairfield as Connor Young checks in for Cody Hessler. Dane Hodson also checking in for the Lions. Right side, Friend drives, kicks it out to House, right corner. House now penetrates, kicks it out to Lario. Right back to House for three. Yes!
Good ball movement there. Lario wasn't going to shoot that, but he's able to drive quick enough to where he can get the kick out. Big shot there by Trey House, his first 3 of the night.
Lions beginning to find life, cut the lead for North Adams down to 4.
Good closeout.
Travel called on the Green Devils. Connor Young with the turnover.
After only 1 turnover in the first quarter, that's 3 now in the second. And it feels like Fairfield finally getting some of that roar back into their crowd.
Back-to-back threes for the Lions. As you said, cuts the lead down to 4 for North Adams. Fairfield finally starting to get into rhythm.
Yeah, once again, it's that drive and kick, which you do it enough. You do it enough. Something is going to open. No matter how much North Adams talks on the defensive ends, which they've done an outstanding job, where Fairfield, if they can drive, kick, and knock those shots down, they've taken their turnovers from 7 in the first quarter to only 1 so far in the second quarter in the first 4.5 minutes. So it's Fairfield has to be feeling pretty good right now where they're at. And that's doing it without scoring from Gabe Fouch yet so far, who's averaging 9.3 points a game. And Logan McIntosh with 2 fouls hasn't scored either, and he's over nearly 11 points a game. So once they get everyone going, that's when they're going to be really rolling. But I think this North Adams defense is good enough to where that's going to do a good job of slowing that down.
First time out for Coach Kopis, and Carson Osborne comes away with the steal on the other end.
His second steal. Friend stared that one down just a little bit too long. Good pickoff there by the junior Osborne.
Still 4 timeouts remaining for both squads. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Rothwell driving left side. Another traveling violation called on the Green Devils. Back-to-back for North Adams.
Yeah, it's very difficult to drive in this game against how physical Fairfield has been defensively so far tonight.
Friend gets it across half to Lario.
Good find.
Passes out of bounds on the Lions. North Adams basketball.
Yeah, it was a good find, and Miller just went a little too quick there. If he maybe hesitates, takes a fake, he's going to be a little more open, but tried to go quick. Nice job there by Connor Young to help force that turnover.
Kopis driving right side. Up for the tough shot. Drops it in.
Branson Kopis is the best tough shot maker in the Southeast District. Makes his first basket of the night. He's got 4 after 2 free throws in the first.
19-13 North Adams.
It's going to be close.
Friend, bounce pass across to Cade Miller into house, corner 3, won't go. Offensive rebound for Lario. Extra possession now for the Lions. Friend, opposite of the screen, pulls up from the right elbow, puts it in.
10 points now to lead all scorers for Larkin Friend. Normally a facilitator, doing a really good job of getting his shot tonight.
Averaging 14.7 a game already, 10 for Larkin Friend. Kopis, left side 3, puts it in.
And that's the problem with Garden Kopis. You get into him, he's going to blow by you. If you stay off, he has the ability to knock down that about 25-footer right there to extend the lead back out to 7.
5 straight for Kopis, 7 on the night as Connor Young with the takeaway. Pass ahead to Rothwell is out of bounds.
It's the 11th turnover for Fairfield, but they get pretty fortunate there. They are really struggling with this 1-2-2 as North Adams very active in it.
Pass up the near sideline to Hodson. Skip pass all the way over to House driving baseline. Spinning underneath, rejected by Schweikert.
Schweikert only listed at about 5'11". Very good length. Gets a nice hand on it there.
Kopis steps back left side 3. Can't get it to go. Defensive rebound for Larkin Friend. 22-15, 30 seconds to go in the quarter.
Big possession here for the Lions. Try to get a little bit more momentum going into the half.
House, right wing 3 off the back iron. Carson Osborne brings down the rebound. 8 to shoot for the Green Devils. Osborne hands it off. Schweikert for 3, won't go. Lario the rebound, 2 to shoot. Lario into the half court, loses the handle as it's poked away by Branson Kopis. We'll head to the break, 22-15 North Adams.
Yeah, it felt like Fairfield was getting right back into the game. North Adams does a good job of stretching that back out into the half.
16 minutes in. North Adams by 7. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week, presented by Willie & Son Trucking, each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at OhioHealth.
22-15 at the break. John, I believe the highest it was 17-7, and just when it started to look like North Adams was going to start to pull away, back-to-back threes for the Lions forced the Nathan Kopis timeout. North Adams got it back up to 7 before the break, but Fairfield not going away anytime soon, and you wouldn't expect that. 39 consecutive regular season wins for the Lions.
Yeah, they're a team that they have such belief, like I said earlier in the game, they have such belief in each other that even getting down 10 early, they don't feel like they're out of the game. So they win the second quarter, only win it by 3, but you get yourself a little bit more into the game, and you've got a chance now. So if let's say North Adams wins that quarter by 3, down 13 makes it a little tougher. But now, you get the lead back down to 7. You've got a chance. It will be North Adams' ball to start the second half. The Lion is, cutting loose, foot loose. He doesn't have his dancing shoes on, but
not sure what size that would be.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I knew.
Oh, man.
But Larkin Friend in the first half, we normally talk about how many assists he has, but if they're not really making shots, he's got to be the one to do it. So he's got 10 points, doesn't have any assists, but he's got 5 rebounds, does have 6 turnovers, which is very uncharacteristic for him. Overall, I would say that he will likely be able to make some changes in this second half to where he won't be throwing the easier passes that have been able to get picked off. Put a little more on them, and I could see Fairfield getting themselves really back into this game as they started to chip away. But Logan McIntosh and Gabe Fouts spent a lot of that second quarter on the bench, so going to have them fresh for the second half. And I think
3 fouls for McIntosh.
Yeah, and that's going to be something big to look for. Not scoring and having the 3 fouls makes it a really tough thing for him overall. But averaging close to 11 points a game, I could see him picking things up to start the second half.
And a really strong way to end the week for North Adams. You have Fairfield tonight, who's undefeated not only in the Shack, but undefeated overall at 16-0. Then you got to head to P-Town tomorrow night to take on a Portsmouth team that has their nights where they don't look great, but also has their nights where I believe DeAndre Berry scored 40 points the other night. They beat an Ironton team who is really strong, not only in the OVC, but Division III, beat them by 30. They've had some uncharacteristic losses. The loss to South Point would be the one that stands out the most.
Just not the fact they lost to South Point, but how they lost to South Point.
Which brings a sense of unpredictability going into tomorrow night, because to be honest, I'm really not sure what's going to happen, right? You had Caleb Lovely, who I think you could sort of compare to a Branson Kopis for North Adams, going there. Didn't start. I think he finished with 24, but it was a very easy 20-plus point game, as it was a lot of just spot-up shooting. Now, I don't really know if we'll see that from Branson Kopis, but it's sort of, like I said, leads to the sense of what's going to happen tomorrow night. What we don't know. It's unpredictable.
Yeah, with Kopis, he's more ball dominant. Barry's not a great matchup for North Adams, but I like the fact that every one of their guys will sit down and guard, and they don't mind a guard in the post, even though they are going to be undersized in that game. And really, depending on what Barry does tonight, he may be trying to get his 1,000th point tomorrow night, as he was, I believe it was like
13 away.
Was it 13? I knew it was close. It was more than likely he was going to get there.
I will say, DeAndre Berry might be the most entertaining player in our coverage, Jerry. You never know what's going to happen. Behind the back passes, across the baseline, lobs, deep threes. I mean, you just never know. Haven't seen him throw down a dunk, but I would say definitely capable.
Yeah, he can do a little bit of everything, and he's been huge for that Portsmouth team. So I think that'll be a really fun matchup tomorrow night between two really good teams. And right now, if you look at the Max Preps RPI rankings, which is how the tournaments will be seeded, right now that would be the number 3 and number 4 teams in Division III according to those numbers. And right now, Fairfield is sitting at number 2. And I think they can jump South Webster with a win, but there's literally no one else that can jump them or South Webster. They've been the 2 best teams in Division IV all year, and they will be the top 2 seeds. It just depends on who's going to be number 1, who's going to be number 2. And I think really when you have a player with the capabilities of a Larkin Friend, and I really like what Fairfield has top to bottom, I think Eli Roberts would be a tough matchup for them, but I like how Fairfield would match up besides that. And I don't know if South Webster has the guard play to match up with Friends, so I think that could be a really fun matchup if we would get it down at the Convo in what would probably be a regional matchup. So I think those are the top 2 teams. Federal Hawking has some really good players coming back. If they can get healthy, especially the Cottrell kid. Tariq Cottrell has over 1,000 points. Drew Earhart just hit 1,000 points the other day for them as well. So they've got some nice scores over there at Federal Hawking. And then you've got like a South Gallia, Sims Valley, some teams that maybe we don't see all that often. Waterford's got a really good scorer as well.
Some of the TVC Hawking teams that don't fall in our coverage area, but some of those teams Division IV and can shake things up in the tournament.
Yeah, so those are some teams to watch for. So I don't think it'll just be, and then Notre Dame also. It won't just be a cakewalk for Fairfield and South Webster, but if they bring their A games, I think that they have definitely a very good chance to make it to the regionals. Now for North Adams, sitting at the 3 spot right now, they lost to Minford. I think they're a better team than they were that they showed that night against Minford. Right now, Minford's at the 1 spot, and Wheelersburg's at the 2, North Adams at the 3, and like we said, with Portsmouth at the 4. So if North Adams can win a couple games this weekend, they may be able to slide up into that 2, maybe the 1 spot, as they've played a really tough schedule so far this year, and it's going to pay off with a really nice seed for them in the tournament. And D3 is ridiculous, as we've talked about on Overtime presented by McDonald's.
Now let's bring it back to tonight. Fairfield trailing by 7 going into the second half. Not unfamiliar territory for the Lions. Down big at Kaiser Court over at Eastern. John, you're in attendance for that game. What did you see from Fairfield in the second half and down the stretch they're going to have to replicate here tonight at home to pick up a win over North Adams?
They were able to pick up their defensive intensity and force a lot of turnovers from Eastern. Eastern doesn't, while they have really good size, they're a good team, they don't have the guard play that this North Adams team does. So I think for Fairfield, it's going to be harder for them to replicate that part. But if they sit down in the defensive half court and they can, force tough shots, limit North Adams to 1 shot, make it to where Branson Copus isn't able to get to the paint, make him more of an outside shooter, which may come back to hurt you. But at the same time, if you can make it to where he's very ball dominant and to where his teammates aren't doing as much, that I think possibly can be a way to chip away. In the offensive side for Leesburg, you have to handle the ball. You can't have another 12 turnovers or else this game's over. Right now, they have 12 turnovers. North Adams only was 6. So they've shot the ball decent, 6 of 14 so far for Fairfield, but those 12 turnovers, you're limiting your shot chances. And it's just really that's something you can't do in the second half. You have to take care of the ball. You have to maintain possessions and give yourself a chance to be in it here in the fourth quarter.
And then for North Adams, you're up by 7. You know how dangerous this Fairfield team is. What are some keys, if you're Coach Copus, that you're expressing to your team to keep the foot on the gas and keep this lead for the Green Devils?
We want to keep the foot on the gas, but we don't want to have too many quick shots. If our shots are going to be quick, they better be layups, because if we're taking a lot of quick threes where maybe we're let long rebounds get out and go, get easy points for Fairfield, you want to make sure if you have a turnover, it's a dead ball turnover. You don't want to give Fairfield easy points. Right now, you've held them to 15 in the first half. You're not going to hold them to 15 again in the second half, more than likely. So you got to make sure that when Fairfield does make their run, you are ready, you're patient. You have 4 timeouts, so you've got a lot of time that you can ease things down a little bit. But for the most part, take care of the ball, no quick shots, and get back defensively.
Second half, moments away. Both teams ready to roll, starting off personnel-wise the same way they started off the first half. Green Devils basketball to begin the quarter.
Copus led the Green Devils with 7 in that first half, with 5 coming late in the half.
Top of the key, Osborne over to Kopis right side. Now Hessler back to Kopis.
They're running a little bit clock here.
Kopis driving out to Rothwell beyond the arc, penetrates, pulls up from 10, gets it to go.
Yeah, you run 30 seconds off the clock there and get a nice little backside pull up there from Rothwell, who's got 8 now.
First points of the quarter go to North Adams, 24-15. Lions into the half court, feed to House left side.
And honestly, for Fairfield, Gabe Fouch has got to look to score as well. Did not take a shot in that first half.
Left wing, House. Thought about the 3, dishes it off to McIntosh, top of the key. McIntosh to Friend. Friend driving baseline, blocked by Osborne, who's called for the foul.
I think it's going to be on Schweikert on the backside. Yeah, Osborne was good. It's just Schweikert got his hand in, going to give Free a chance to go to the line, where he's 1 for 1 so far tonight, which is the only time that Fairfield got to the free throw line.
First foul tonight for Breeston Schweikert. First free throw for Larkin Friend is no good.
And really, 2 for 2 for the Green Devils. So neither team shot many free throws at all in that first half.
Very quick first half.
Yes.
Friend splits the pair. Green Devils by 8.
Friend with 11.
Right side, Kopis. Off the screen, penetrates, feet underneath to Hessler, who backs it out. Rothwell now driving. Steps through with the right hand. Shot is good.
Might have got away with a little bit of a shuffle, but nice job by Rothwell. He's 5 for 6 from the field so far tonight for 10 points.
All 4 second half points for the Green Devils off the hands of Rothwell. McIntosh steps into a right side 3 off the front iron. Offensive rebound for Fouch, gets it out to Cade Miller. Extended possession now for the Lions.
And Fairfield unable to take advantage of Schweikert going a little out of control there, going for that steal, but maintain possession still.
House out to McIntosh, into the corner with Fouch. 3 from McIntosh, won't go. Offensive rebound, McIntosh, put back, rolls over the front iron, and then.
Good hustle there by McIntosh, keep that play alive. Now they just got to do it on the defensive end as well.
26-18, North Adams. Back and forth, third quarter thus far. Far sideline, Hessler now top of the key with Rothwell. Guarded by Fouch, Rothwell driving, scoop layup with the left hand, draws the foul. 2 shots for Jace Rothwell. Technical foul assessed after the play. Looks like it'll be on Coach Quentin Williams for Fairfield. So 2 shots for Rothwell, 2 shots following that for the technical, and possession of the basketball for North Adams.
Yeah, and the big thing on that is, that play starts because Rothwell's able to get into the paint again. He's able to get into the paint, and then Friend comes down, which is I think where the foul was. But then we get the coach's foul or technical from very far out. I think Rothwell's going to stay at the line now.
All 6 points for North Adams this half from Jace Rothwell. A chance for 2 more here with 5:14 to go in the third.
Yeah, 68% free throw shooter on the year.
Four for 4 from the line for Jace Rothwell. All 8 points for the junior here in the third.
And that's huge because, you're going to get the 2 foul shots anyway, but then you get 2 more and you get the ball, get a chance to really blow this thing wide open.
12-point North Adams lead and possession. Into the half court, Kopis hands it off to Schweikert. Connor Young passes off the mark and out of bounds.
First turnover of the half, 7th now on North Adams. So Fairfield dodges a little bit of a bullet there. Still down their biggest that they've been down tonight at 12.
Friend dumping underneath. House's shot is too strong off the glass. Foul on the floor. It'll be on Branson Kopis. Baseline out of bounds play underneath coming up for Fairfield.
Good job by McIntosh really keeping that alive. It's going to be Kopis' first. But for Fairfield, you got to finish those at the rim.
Friend inbounding, running out of time. Forces it in, it's taken away by Rothwell. On the break, Rothwell stops, fades away, looking for 10 this quarter. He's got it.
Big time third quarter here from Jace Rothwell. 16 on the night. It's now a 14-point North Adams lead.
Largest lead of the night for the Green Devils. McIntosh over to Miller. Off the screen, Miller backs it out. Foul around midcourt, the junior Carson Osborne.
It's 3 now, so one more and then it'll be the bonus for Fairfield.
McIntosh driving baseline, up with the right hand, can't get it to go. Rothwell brings down the defensive rebound. Schweikert, the putback is good.
Nice hustle there by Schweikert, getting there, picking it up. We're going to get a timeout, full timeout for the Lions, down 16.
Full timeout for Fairfield, their second tonight. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Richer. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
34-18, North Adams. A little over halfway through the third, largest lead of the night for the Green Devils.
Yeah, it's North Adams behind Jace Rothwell, just really just pounded Fairfield so far here in this second half. 10 points for Rothwell, 2 for Schweikert. Has extended this lead out, now up to 16 points. Now they're going to come out in a little bit of a zone.
3 points this half for Fairfield, looking for some life here in the third.
Fairfield just doesn't look like they're playing with much confidence right now. So a couple of times they've looked like they've had open looks. They have not taken it.
Top of the key 3 for House, buries it.
That's a big shot for Trey House. Let's see if they can put together some stops to get themselves back into this contest. If they can get it back under 10 after 3, I think they'll still have that big, heavy belief in themselves to be able to finish off the comeback.
House cuts the lead to 13. Kopis, far side, kicks it out. Schweikert for 3, can't get it to go.
It'll be on House.
Foul called on the floor. It'll be Trey House, his first tonight. Baseline out of bounds play now for North Adams. Branson Kopis inbounding for the Green Devils. Into Rothwell, now top of the key, Schweikert over to Osborne. Schweikert driving, up with the right hand, can't get it to go. 2 shots now for Schweiker.
Charge.
Well, didn't have a signal.
Yeah, he took off. He was a little out of our area, but.
Offensive foul on Schweiker. That'll hand it back to hand it back to Fairfield, down by 13. Pass ahead, McIntosh underneath, spinning with the right hand. It's good.
A good look ahead.
Green Devils quickly the other way. Kopis up to Rothwell. Rothwell falling away, can't hit. Rebound, Larkin Friend. Friend now on the break, kicks it into the corner. House for 3, draws the foul. 3 shots for the senior and a technical foul assessed after the play.
And that's going to be 4 now on Carson Osborne.
Shooting and technical foul assessed to the junior Carson Osborne.
Yeah, I think Friend will shoot the technical, is what it looks like.
5 shots now coming up for Fairfield.
Yeah, and House will shoot 3. House, out of their regulars, is their lowest free throw shooter at 60.5%.
You got to remember,
so he'll shoot the first 3.
And possession of the basketball thereafter. So if you go 5 of 5, 4 of 5 here, you can cut the lead down to 6 or 7 and get possession. First shot for House is good.
7 now on the night. If he makes this, I would keep him there. But I understand if not at the same time. Yeah.
2 of 3 on the trip for House. Now Larkin Friend will step to the line for the technical free throws.
Who is their best free throw shooter at 77%. It's pretty good to have your lowest be at 61%.
First shot for Friend is good.
Yeah, like I was saying, that's huge. It is now also
down 16 at one point, the largest lead of the night for North Adams. They've now cut it in half.
So they're down to 7. Osborne is out for, I would say, a substantial amount of time as he's got 4 fouls. And also, Fairfield is in a bonus situation for the rest of this quarter.
Fairfield beginning to find life. They cut the lead down to 7, a 9-0 run for Fairfield. Friend, near side, guarded by Kopis. Foul on the floor, it'll be Branson Kopis.
It's going to be the 5th, so that's going to send, I believe.
Should be 2 shots for Friend.
Yeah, Friend back to the line.
What a turn of events here for Fairfield late in the third.
Yeah, you get that first shot from Trey House. Once again, I say it over and over again, you've got a bunch of kids that trust each other. So being down 16, not ideal, but they've got enough in them to where they're going to battle back.
Friend remains perfect from the stripe.
Like you don't win 39 straight regular season games without some belief in yourselves. And right now they've got themselves down 5.
What was a 16-point Green Devil lead is now cut down to 5. Left side, Hessler. Now top of the key, Schweikert back to Hessler in the left corner. Feed underneath, Young with the right hand off the glass for 2.
And that's just good offense. So instead of forcing it to Kopis or Rothwell, you run your offense. If you're able to get it back down, you're back up to a 7-point lead.
Euro step reverse layup for Trey House. Answers the Connor Young layup on the other end. 10 points now for Trey House. Back and forth it goes in the third. Kopis feeds it over to Young, steps inside, feed on the baseline to Hessler. It's good off the glass.
And that's huge. You got 4 points out of Cody Hessler tonight. Nice cut. Good find there by Connor Young.
McIntosh into the half court, double teamed near side, draws the foul. 2 shots coming up for the junior.
First trip of the night for McIntosh to the line, a 69% free throw shooter on the year. It's going to be 3 on Kopis.
Only 4 points tonight from McIntosh, make it 5.
Yeah, and all 5 of those have came in this quarter. But I want to give North Adams some credit. They took an 11-0 run, and they've patiently ran back-to-back possessions to get layups.
McIntosh splits the pair. Connor Young the rebound off the miss. Under a minute to go in the third. Skip pass over to Hessler. Schweikert, right corner 3, off the side of the backboard. Offensive rebound and put back for Hessler is good.
Great job hustling there from Hessler. Getting it back up to an 8-point lead.
6 points now for Cody Hessler. Only averaging 3.4 per game. Lario inside, can't get it there on the runner. Schweikert the rebound. 13 to shoot for the Green Devils, up by 8. Four to shoot now. Rothwell penetrates, falling away, off the window, can't get it to go. Cade Miller brings down the rebound, and we're headed to the 4th quarter of play.
A great finish from Fairfield to get themselves back down to 8. So they've cut it back down from 16 down to 8. Should have a good finish on our hands here.
8 minutes to go in regulation. 39-game win streak in the regular season on the line for Fairfield. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at GlocknerCDJR@Portsmouth.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at OhioHealth left cancer in the dust.
Eight minutes to go in regulation. First possession of the 4th goes to Fairfield, trailing by 8.
Yeah, every possession is key here for Fairfield, especially when they've started to chip away like they have been.
Friend backs it out, attempting to feed underneath to McIntosh. Schweikert hits the deck, skip pass far side to Miller, now Lario over to Friend. Right back to McIntosh, one-on-one with Schweikert, up in the air, steps through, can't get it to go. Schweikert brings down the rebound with authority.
There's a big boy rebound there from Preston Schweikert. 5th of the game for the junior.
Kopis driving, Schweikert now top of the key with Connor Young.
Not only did Kopis not score in the last quarter, it's going to be on Miller, but he did not take a shot in that last quarter for Kopis, and they still win the quarter by a point, and we're up by 16 at one point.
Take a moment to say a big thank you to all of our winter sports live stream sponsors: Glockner Family of Dealerships, Parmar Stores, Willie & Son Trucking, McDonald's, the Schmidt Family Restaurant Group, and Horizon. Also a big thank you to Kenneth Hay for making the trip down to Leesburg tonight, Friday night's action. Right side, Young for 3 off the back iron. Rebound with Gabe Fouch. Hessler not making it easy on Friend. Now top of the key with Miller. McIntosh, right wing, driving, brings it back out beyond the arc, looking to drive baseline. And we'll have a 30-second timeout for the Lions.
Yeah, the ball was kind of sticking in one area. I think that's a good timeout. Although McIntosh a couple times has gotten himself free. I think they want to get into the offense a little bit. They should have the ball on the baseline underneath, so let's see if they can run one of their better plays here. I would love to see Gabe Fouch get a look because he hasn't looked at the basket tonight. He's averaging 9.6 points a game and has not shot. So I would like to see him get a little more involved in the offense here. But we'll see what Coach Williams does. There's a reason why his win percentage is close to 98% at this point.
Third timeout for Coach Williams. Still 2 remaining for the Lions. North Adams hanging on to 4 timeouts. Baseline out of bounds play. Larkin Friend inbounds to Miller. Right wing Miller. Hands it off to House. Penetrates back to Miller. Right wing 3. Gets it to go.
Yeah, good action there. Get a good look there from Cade Miller, who's been their best shooter from the outside all season. Knocks down a big one there tonight. He's got 5.
40-35 North Adams. Entry pass to Rothwell is loose. Jump ball is called. Possession is with North Adams, so it'll stay here.
There's a little bit off on that entry pass. Cade Miller jumps on there to get the jump ball, in which now possession arrow will, after this, will go towards the Lions.
Schweikert inbounding near side into Connor Young. Now Hessler, right wing extended, hands it off to Kopis.
They'll try to get the ball out of Kopis' hands.
Patient possession now for the Green Devils. Rothwell driving baseline, hands it off. Schweikert loses the handle on it. And the Lions come away with a turnover. Cade Miller with the steal. Lions down by 5. House. Right side, picks his dribble up, hands it off to Larkin Friend. Friend opposite of the screen. Cade Miller over to House for corner 3. Puts it in.
Went from down 16 to only down 2 now. We got ourselves a ball game here.
Lions not going away. 40-38 North Adams. Entry pass right side to Young.
Yep.
Foul called on the floor. It'll be Cade Miller, the second this quarter on the Lions.
Yeah, Miller just went into him with his body instead of letting him come to him. He drew the contact. Easy call for the official.
Carson Osborne back in for the Green Devils and for Cody Hessler.
Osborne scoreless so far. Had that big foul in the corner.
Schweikert inbounding to Rothwell. Wide open underneath for 2.
Really good play design there from Coach Kopis. Season high now, 18 points for Jace Rothwell.
Top of the key, Fouch. Now House penetrates out to Friend for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound Osborne. Kopis the other way, loses the handle. Another steal for Cade Miller on the break. Lions have numbers. Miller can't get it to go off the glass. Rothwell Euro stepping the other way, gets it to go.
Yeah, got to give that ball up. If you're Cade Miller, it ends up into a run out to extend this lead back up to 6.
House drives, kicks it to Miller. Now Larkin Friend far side. Friend, long 2, can't hit. Rebound Rothwell.
Yeah, they went from moving the ball really well on the offensive end for Fairfield to not really moving it much on the last 3 possessions.
Kopis Driving, reverse layup. Foul is called on the floor. No shot.
He is second on Trey House.
John Ray Lario back in for the Lions. In for Gabe Fouch. Kopis inbounds to Osborne. His three is no good.
And Lario drilled Osborne after the shot.
McIntosh the rebound for the Lions. 3:10 to go in the fourth. Left wing, Lario. Now top of the key, McIntosh penetrates over to Friend. Corner three, can't hit. Offensive rebound and putback for House is no good.
Just really good looks.
Kopis pushes it ahead to Breeston Schweikert, who draws the foul.
Really good looks for Fairfield, just unable to get anything to fall. 4 fouls now. Next foul will be free throws for the Green Devils. We're going to get a timeout here for Coach Kopis.
30-second timeout for North Adams, their second tonight. 44-38. Green Devils leading, 2:48 to go in the fourth.
Yeah, it's been a nice ball game. It's just, you know, when you're down 16, you get it down to 2. And they've had some good looks the last 3 possessions, unable to do so far. Obviously, defensively here for Fairfield, you've got to try to limit them to 1 shot. North Adams, they've got enough guys that if they want to run some clock, you can. But I like them still getting good looks at the hoop. You know, just don't force anything here if you're North Adams. But at the same time, you know, you don't really play a slow down game. Yeah, it's only 44-38, so it doesn't seem like there's been, you know, it seems like teams are running some clock, but in reality, it's just they're getting good looks.
Kopis inbounding baseline for the Green Devils out of the timeout. Pass over to Schweikert, right side three, can't get it to go. Ball is out of bounds on the baseline. Carson Osborne touched it last, Fairfield basketball.
And that's what I mean. Breeston Schweikert is over a 30% three-point shooter. He's your best, or second best by percentage. You get a wide open look, you have to take that. He's going to knock that down a good amount of times. So not a bad look at all there for Coach Kopis' group.
6-point lead for the Green Devils.
See if Fairfield can get something going to the basket.
Friend feeds right side to Lario. Miller loses the handle on it. Friend corrals. It's tipped back out of bounds by North Adams. What? The ref signals Green Devil basketball.
That is unreal. Carson Osborne completely knocked that ball out of bounds. Woof.
Full timeout for North Adams. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. 1 chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at OhioHealth.
44-38 North Adams. Breeston Schweikert inbounding in front of the scores table after forcing the turnover.
Yeah, upon second viewing, it should be Fairfield ball. But
nonetheless, an inbound to Rothwell. He drives, kicks it out to Young, shows the pump fake, penetrates, up with the right hand, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, blocked by Friend on the putback. North Adams brings home another offensive rebound. Feed over to Schweikert, pump fake, driving, scoop layup, can't get it to go, draws the foul, 2 shots for Schweikert.
I think that's going to be 3 on Friend. That's going to be called on House. Schweikert at the line for the first time tonight. Only a 57% free throw shooter on the season. He's got 7 points, 6 rebounds.
First shot for Schweikert is good.
Yeah, he's had a nice game. Hasn't shot the ball really well, but he's been very active defensively and obviously on the glass as well.
Gabe Fouch back in for the Lions and for John Ray Lario. Cody Hessler also back in for the Green Devils. 1 for 2 on the trip for Schweikert. Green Devils by 7. Lions now into the half court. Entry pass left side to McIntosh. Top of the key, Miller right wing now with Larkin Friend.
Good.
Feed underneath to Miller. What a find by Larkin Friend. Miller unable to finish underneath.
Yeah, he was wanting to do that. Knew that was coming because he'd stared at the bench every time he called a foul.
Second technical assessed to Coach Quentin Williams. He has been tossed. (45-38) North Adams. Jace Rothwell heads to the line for the technical free throws. First shot for Rothwell is good.
5 for 5 at the line so far tonight. I don't know who he must have been the one who got fouled on the play.
Rothwell starting off the second half on a 10-0 run. Sinks the pair with 1:21 to go in the quarter.
There should be 2 more. I know we're not very organized right now, but it should be 2 more. Rothwell shooting 2 more.
North Adams now back up by 10. 21 points tonight for Jace Rothwell. The junior now looks for 22. He's got it.
26. Yeah, because he had 4, or he had 8 coming into that in this quarter. They just haven't updated on the scoreboard yet.
Schweikert inbounding near side. Trey House picks up the foul on the floor. It'll be 2 shots for Branson Kopus.
Hasn't taken the shot yet tonight, or in the second half. Kopus 2 for 2 at the line so far. He's got 7.
First shot for Kopus is no good.
He's an 83% free throw shooter on the season. Lead up to 12. Remember, this was a 2-point game, a 10-0 run now.
Friend Takes it all the way up for the tough shot, draws the foul.
15 for Friend. He's going to head back to the line where he is 6 for 7. Six for 8 now for Friend.
Timeout, North Adams. Friend unable to knock down the first. Still one free throw awaiting for the senior. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
There's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Parmar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Parmar has it. Download the Parmar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Parmar Rewards Card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
This presentation of high school sports on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by your local McDonald's. McDonald's proudly supports all area athletes again this season. Visit your local McDonald's in Chillicothe, Circleville, Greenfield, and Waverly. And be sure to check out SOSA's newly relaunched podcast, Overtime, presented by McDonald's.
50-38. North Adams beginning to pull away in what has been a very back-and-forth game. North Adams has led the entire game, but Fairfield has cut it down to single digits multiple times.
Yeah, had it down to 2 earlier in this quarter. Still down 11.
Inbound to Young. He brings it up the near side. Skip pass over to Schweikert. Schweikert penetrates, blocked by Friend, who's called for the foul. 4th foul on Larkin Friend.
Schweikert heading back to the line. He's 1 for 2 so far tonight.
Second shot for Schweikert on the way and in, splits the pair.
9 points for the junior.
51-39, North Adams. Friend driving. Cody Hessler called for the foul on the floor.
I think he counted it. Yeah, counted it, I guess. Continuation rule.
Counted in the foul.
Yeah, continuation rule 150. Count the basket. Hessler's played really well. That's his first foul, 6 points. He had those 2 big baskets late in the third when it felt like Fairfield had all the momentum in the game.
Friend converts the 3-point play. Lead for North Adams cut down to 9.
19 now for Friend.
Kopis brings it up the far sideline. Pass ahead to Schweikert, who gets it off the glass for 2. Tough shot for Schweikert. Fairfield quickly the other way. Miller can't connect. Offensive rebound.
Oh my.
For Friend. Counted and 1.
What a play by Larkin Friend.
Back-to-back and 1s for Larkin Friend.
And once again, this team does not quit. If you're Fairfield, if you're the crowd, you got to be at least proud of that part of the fact that they are just absolutely battling into this last second here.
Free throw from Friend is good. 53-45, Green Devils. Kopis up the near side. Pass ahead to Osborne.
That's good.
Back out to Rothwell. Trapped near side. Draws the foul.
Yeah, Rothwell, a 68% free throw shooter on the year, is 8 for 8 so far. He's cooking tonight. And we have no idea how many points he has. Scoreboard says 22. Our Derek Webb says 24. I have him for 26. So I'll say 24 just for the median of that.
Nonetheless, a 20-plus point game for a guy averaging 10.6 games per season. A big night for Rothwell.
10.6 games per season. That's what you said. You're close. I screwed up all game, so.
10.6 points per game.
It's a career high no matter what now, because his career high coming into this game was 22.
Larkin Friend driving with a head of steam. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound is corralled by Miller. His putback is no good. Under 30 seconds to go. Fouch. Far sideline. House deep three. Can't hit. Another offensive rebound for Miller, who draws the foul.
Just absolutely battling. Just can't get things to fall.
Two shots now for Miller.
Okay.
Now a baseline out of bounds play coming up for Fairfield, trailing by 10. Friend inbounds to House, left wing three on the way, can't hit. Put back from McIntosh is good. Timeout Fairfield.
Yeah, you got a timeout. Guys will use it because, I mean, if you're going to preach the belief part of it, you got to believe until the very last second. Yeah, you're 16.7 seconds away from your first loss in nearly 2 calendar years in the regular season, but you're going to fight till the end. And for North Adams, you got to get the ball in. Right now, even though Rothwell statistically has not been their best free throw shooter, I think he's the one you go to because he's 10 for 10 on the night. But at the same time, you got Connor Young in, only 50%. He's been one of the ones in the backcourt a lot. And Branson Kopus, who's 3 for 4 on the night at the line. If you're the Lions, you got to foul quickly, unless you, in this timeout, have decided, hey, we're not going to foul. You either foul quickly or you go for a jump ball because you still have possession arrow as well.
55-47 North Adams. 16.7 seconds left in regulation. What a night of shaction it has been thus far.
Yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of intensity in this one.
Connor Young inbounding baseline into Schweikert. Schweikert spinning away from Fouch, draws the foul up the far sideline. He'll head to the line.
And really, if you're Fairfield, that's probably who you want to foul in that situation, because 2 for 4 on the night. He's been really good tonight, though. 11 points now for Schweikert. Including that really tough layup earlier in this minute.
Schweikert sinks the pair, 57-47 North Adams. Friend, step back three, off the window, it's good.
They did
Timeout
have one.
Fairfield.
Yeah, I mean, 6.1. I don't know if stranger things have happened, especially because you can't stop the clock again, but
25 or 26 for Larkin Friend. It's hard to read the scoreboard from the
26, or 25.
25.
20, 22, 25, yeah. 25 points, 8 rebounds, a couple blocks for Larkin Friend, only 1 assist. They've missed a couple bunnies on nice passes from him, but he's shown up in a big way tonight. Trey House has had a nice night, 13 points for him. Just haven't got Fouch still hasn't taken a shot. Logan McIntosh with only 7. Cade Miller has only had 5, but he's played pretty well tonight. Keeping a lot of plays alive. For North Adams, it's been really a team effort. Breeson Schweikert with the 13, Branson Kopus with only 8. Like, if you think Kopus is only going to have 8 and Carson Osborne isn't going to score, you're probably not expecting to win this game, but Jace Rothwell has been outer worldly tonight, and that's why North Adams is going to snap this big win streak.
No timeouts remaining for Fairfield. Inbound to Osborne, pushed ahead to Schweikert, who lays it off the glass and in for 2. 59-50 is the final. One team in the shack remains undefeated, and it's the North Adams Green Devils.
Heck of a win for North Adams. They came out with that defensive intensity early and got that 10-point lead, never gave up that lead. It got close, but when it got close, they made winning plays down the stretch, and that's why you're going to see them move to 8-0 in shack play behind Jace Rothwell with a monstrous game tonight for North Adams.
Big win for the Green Devils. We'll take a quick break and come back with the post-game show right here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at GlocknerCDJR@Portsmouth.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at OhioHealth left cancer in the dust.
$59-50. Green Devils grab their 11th win of the season, 8-0 in the Southern Hills Athletic Conference. The regular season win streak for Fairfield comes to an end at 39 consecutive games, stretching back to February 11th of 2022.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a run for Fairfield, but here's the thing. If the win streak ends, you got a chance to build off of it or get yourself in a bad way. But right now it's for Fairfield, I feel like they are mature enough to where they're going to just try to say, what, we have 39-game win streak, let's try to make a 41 from here on out. Or you say, hey, we got this many games left in the season, let's win out. So I think this is a really good Fairfield team, but man, North Adams, they have came a long way since we saw them in early December. I thought they were a lot better, shot selection. Overall, it was better tonight from North Adams, I thought. And really the big thing for Fairfield is right now they don't have the real shooting, to sustain to come back in a game like that. So they're down 16, they get it down to 2, but when they had to have a big shot, they miss a couple of long twos, they miss a couple threes, and just were not able to get themselves finally up over the hump. But full credit to North Adams. They played very well here tonight. Outside of really in that third quarter, after they got their technical, when Fairfield started to chip away, that was kind of when North Adams struggled a little bit, but they bounced back to get a nice 9-point win tonight. North Adams was led by Jace Rothwell. I had him for 26 points, 10 for 10 at the free throw line. Only missed 3 shots on the night. Was just outstanding. Carried them in that third quarter to start. He had, like you mentioned, he had their first 10 points of the second half. Was huge for them. Like I said, 26 points, a career high for Jace Rothwell. And a big reason why they've got an excellent chance to make it back to the convo and then keep winning once they get to the convo like they did before. Breeston Schweikert with 15 points, including 8 in the fourth quarter, really when they needed him most. Made some big plays. He got the 2 kind of garbage time points there at the end, but his 6 points overall in that fourth quarter were big time. 15 points, 6 rebounds for Schweikert, 4 for 6 at the free throw line. Like we mentioned, not a great free throw shooter on the year, but comes up clutch, making some big ones down the stretch for him. 8 points for Branson Copas. If you hear Branson Copas had 8 points on 4 shot attempts for the game, that North Adams is in trouble. But man, his teammates stepped up in a big way, and he didn't force anything. Like, he was really good tonight overall. And that's a big reason why North Adams gets the win. Another big reason, Cody Hessler, 6 points. only one game so far this year in double figures. He doesn't shoot a lot. 3 for 3 from the field. A couple putbacks, a couple big baskets. He had a nice assist late also. Big points for Hessler when, Fairfield was making their run. And then finally, last scoring was Connor Young with 4. Carson Osborne, who averages 8.7 points a game, did not score tonight. And once again, the Green Devils with a 9-point victory. For Fairfield, they were led by Larkin Friend with 25 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks on the night. Played really well for the Lions overall, especially in that second half. Trey House with 13 points, 7 points for Logan McIntosh, who had foul trouble that entire first half, and then was able to get the 7 points in the second half. 5 points for Cade Miller, Gabe Vouch, and Jean-Ray Lario did not score tonight. But, so for Fairfield, they get a chance to bounce back. And for North Adams, that's 9 straight wins. Got a chance to build off this as well.
Yeah, for North Adams, no days off tomorrow night.
Big one.
Another tough road trip down to a fellow Division III school in Portsmouth, a team they could potentially meet up with in the postseason, as well as we've talked endlessly about how stacked Division III is in our area. And then for Fairfield, a little bit of a break next Tuesday. They head a little bit down the road over to Hillsboro, where they'll take on the Indians, who as of late don't seem to be quite as hot as they were starting off this season.
Yeah, they have not played particularly well lately. They had a big win over Paint Valley, but have not played that well after a really good start. I believe it was a 6-2 start to the season. They're now 7-7, but they're playing their old coach. So it's, maybe there's a little bit extra there, but it should be a good chance to bounce back. And if they come out and are flat that night, Hillsboro is good enough to be able to beat them as well.
All right, well, that'll do it for Southern Ohio Sports Authority's coverage of Southern Hills Athletic Conference boys basketball. Dewey Daly and John Bruce, along with Kenneth Hay, signing off on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.